So a couple weeks ago, we got Jurassic World Rebirth, the sixth installment to the Jurassic Park franchise. What? Seventh? Seventh already? Goddamn, doing Fast and the Furious numbers. So we got the seventh installment to the Jurassic Park franchise with Jurassic World Rebirth. Here are my thoughts on this movie. So upon actually hearing some details about this movie before actually going to check it out, I was hearing about these so-called mutated dinosaurs. Now, we have mutated dinosaurs before in other previous installments in the franchise, but this one was going full out, like a whole different design for a mutated dinosaur, to where they were saying it was like inspiration from like a xenomorph from Alien or like a Rancor from Star Wars, and just mix mash all this into a pot, give us this mutated dinosaur. And to be honest, I was really quite worried on how they're going to basically give us this dinosaur in the movie. And to be honest, I wasn't really completely sold on having mutated dinosaurs. And after checking out the movie, I'm still not sold on having mutated dinosaurs. I don't know. The way that this mutated dinosaur was in this movie, the D-Rex, as they so want to call it. Look at this. Look at this design. This is a weird design, I gotta say. So with this design of this dinosaur quotation marks, I don't know. I don't really like the design too much. I just feel like it just feels like it's just a plain old monster. You know, it doesn't even feel like a dinosaur really. It just basically looked like and it felt like your typical run-of-the-mill type of monster. Like, what's wrong with just using a dinosaur, regular dinosaur, or maybe a dinosaur we haven't seen yet? Or if you want to actually combine dinosaurs, then make it look like a dinosaur, like we did with the Dominus Rex. That was combined dinosaurs, and it still looks like a dinosaur. Nonetheless, I gotta move on before I make this whole video about this whole mutate dinosaur designs and all that. But with this movie, I felt like it kind of went back a little bit to the basics, you know, to like the original Jurassic Park movie that we got. Like, there were some scenes that I actually felt there was tension within it. It tried to go lean into that more horror aspect as the original did. And it kind of gave us a sense of adventure. Like, there was genuinely times where I was on the edge of my seat for different scenes. And it just got that sense of like tension back, that sense of a little bit of a thrill and horror back a little bit. There was even one shot in the movie that it tried to basically capitalize on our nostalgia factor, to where when that scene happens, I actually got some goosebumps in this movie. And I was just thinking to myself, God damn, you made me feel something. So it's very reminiscent to the first original Jurassic Park, and, you know, then I started thinking to myself, you know, after getting those goosebumps and seeing that scene, started thinking to myself, oh, what a cheap shot. Trying to play on nostalgia and get a reaction. Now to talk about one of the weakest things about this movie that I just had trouble with, and that was the actual family that we got in this movie. When it came to the family and some of the scenes that we got with the family, I honestly didn't get any connection to the family. Like, I didn't get no emotional connection. They tried to make the boyfriend like some comic relief or something, and I didn't even laugh at that. I didn't even laugh at the boyfriend. I was just thinking, damn, he's really not funny, and it's kind of dumb. Really, the only scenes I actually liked about the family, or any scenes that we got with the family, was them being chased by dinosaurs was the only thing I liked. Other than that, I got no connection to this family. I didn't really care about them or anything. To be honest, if this movie was just Scarlett Johansson's ragtag crew being chased by dinosaurs and just give their scenes to them, honestly, the movie could have maybe been better. Overall, did I enjoy this movie? Somewhat. I'll say at least it's better than Dominion, okay? At least it's better than Dominion. But then again, that wasn't a high bar to clear. To me, this would be like a mid-tier Jurassic Park movie. I could probably put this one at like the fourth in the franchise. We had at least at least half the cast was a likable cast, I'll say. But something I wanted to talk about real quick was something that always kind of baffles me in a way. What's something that's set up in this whole Jurassic World, you know, so far. With the past couple movies saying basically like people are getting bored of dinosaurs. They're getting bored of seeing dinosaurs, you know. They don't go look at dinosaurs anymore, or, you know, if they were in a zoo, they wouldn't go look at them. I just call BS on that. You know, who in this world, I'm sure a majority of people will go to a zoo or go to a place that has dinosaurs and would not get bored of them. Unless somehow you're seeing a dinosaur every single day, why would you not want to see dinosaurs, you know? So I just call BS on that. You know, people still go to zoos to this day, so I just call BS on like people being bored of dinosaurs and not wanting to see them. I don't know, this is BS to me. But other than that, overall, with this movie, Jurassic World Rebirth, is this a return to form for the franchise? Maybe not, but At least I didn't hate my time with it. It was alright. You know, I'm not gonna say it was a bad movie or anything like that. It was able to get some things, make me feel some things. I was able to be able to get some tension back into some scenes. You know, there's still some pretty good scenes that I had fun with. Overall, it was, for me, it was a fun movie. You know, I didn't hate it. I thought it was at least alright. It was decent. You know, solid in the franchise. So who knows? Maybe we'll actually be able to get some more Jurassic World movies that are actually going to be good in the future.